Well, thank you so much for staying with us. We have other questions that have been answered, but we want to let you know about things that's going on at the store right now. So don't forget, if you weren't with us for the first half of the show, we do have a fruit tree offer right now. If you buy any fruit tree, that's any of the apple, peaches, pears, cherries, plums, goji berries, fig trees, kiwi trees, any of those, you purchase any fruit tree and you will get a bag of starter fertilizer, the Biotone starter with the mycorrhiza in it, for free to help that tree get established. And also, we are doing custom planters for Mother's Day. So if you would like us to create a custom planter for your mom, you can give us a call or come out, pick out the plant yourself. We'll custom do the plant for you. The phone number is 330-455-5997. You can even fax us, 330-455-5998. You can email me at Cindy Petiiti, that's CindyPetitti @gmail.com. Or you can stop out at the store, which is the best way, I think. You can pick out your plants that you would like to have in your planter for yourself or your mom, or you can get them yourself and plant them yourself, or we can plant them for you. And the store is at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway in Nimishillen Township. We do have a Louisville address. If you're Google mapping it, you might need a zip of 44641. Well, we would love all of you to stop by and take a look at all of the stuff that's in the greenhouse. And please check us out on Facebook at Anthony Petiiti Organic Greenhouse, and see all of the flowers that we have. We've been posting throughout the week special petunias that we have gotten in that are really, really brilliant and new this year. Also, our rhubarb is ready to go if you are someone that wants to start a rhubarb patch. And remember, we have all of those other starts, the potatoes, the onion sets, the strawberries, the asparagus, all of those kind of things, plus all the seeds that you're going to want for your garden that you do direct sowing with. And that's like your corn and your beans and your peas. All of those you do a direct sow. And you can do direct sow to some of the other things that we even start and give you a little cheater with, like your zucchinis and your cucumbers. Several of you do those on a direct sow, and we have all of those seeds, all non-GMO, and we also have a line of organic seeds if you want to do that. So that's going to be a great way for you to go ahead and get some of those things started. But if you do like to just buy the plant starts, have us do that work for you. You know, the tomatoes, the peppers, eggplant, all of your lettuces and kales and cabbages, all of those things, as well as all of the melons and the squashes. We start all of those for you so you can come in and get them as a little plant in the cell packs or full flats of them, and have them ready for your garden. Now, there are only a few of those things that is really safe to put in your garden as of yet. Any of the cold crops, anything in that cabbage family, any of the lettuces, it is safe to go ahead and plant your peas and your onions and your potatoes as well. The things you're going to want to stay away from, unless you have a way to cover, are your cucumbers, your squashes, your melons, your tomatoes, your peppers. All of those things are very, very sensitive to a frost. And not just a freeze, they are sensitive to a frost. Now, if you have a way to cover them, by all means, you could go ahead and put your whole garden in and then cover the garden if we do get one of those cold nights. The extended forecast right now, they are not planning on or calling for any of those cold nights. But, you know, the end of May, a lot of times can sneak in one of those cold frosts on us. And around the 24th or the 25th, we get one of those really cold nights and zaps our vegetables. So we don't want that to happen to you, and we would love to make sure that your garden is doing very well. If that does happen, you have things in and they do call for a frost. We do carry coverings for your vegetable plants that you can get and cover them up so that you can save them if you don't have a way to cover, like a low tunnel or even a high tunnel. We do have those things that you can do. So that you save all of your plants and you don't have those issues. There's great frost cloths that work really, really well. Now, the next question that we had was about our bulbs. And several of you purchase bulbs through your church. At Easter time, the daffodils, the hyacinths, the tulips, and others of you, your tulips has not bloomed yet, but your daffodils have bloomed, and several of you, your hyacinths has bloomed. Of course, your crocuses have all bloomed. And so you want to know what to do with them now. And seems like we cover this every spring, but you want to make sure that you leave that green stem from the leaf until it turns brown. Now, the stalk that held the flower can be cut off, but the leaves, they really need to be left there until they're totally brown, and you can go out and actually, without even pulling, with just a light touch, pick them up, and they pull off of the bulb without any effort. If you don't do that, and you go cut them off early, the photosynthesis that takes place through that leaf and feeds the bulb will not happen. And so your bulb will not flourish and do well and multiply for next year, which that's what we all want. So if that green leaf tissue falling over bothers you, there are a few things that you can do. So especially on your daffodils, this is rather easy. You can pull them all together, fold them over once, and rubber band them together. Then they will stand up erect again at a shorter stance, and then the photosynthesis will still take place, feeding the bulb. In 4 to 5 weeks, you'll be able to go out and pull it right off. Now, on your hyacinths, they are shorter, and so folding them over doesn't usually work. But what you can do is just tie them together. You can rubber band them together, twisty them together, and sometimes even putting a little dowel rod in will hold those leaves up if they still want to flop over. But it is really critical to let the leaf on so that the photosynthesis takes place and feeds that bulb. You want to make sure that that happens. Now, as your tulips come on, it's going to be the same way with them. We are running a little bit late for tulips right now because of the odd spring that we had, very, very cold. February was sort of warm, and your crocuses, several of you, your crocuses bloomed the very first week of March because of the warm snap that we had in February. But then March came on and was very cold, and April came and was very cold, so it slowed things back up again. And so that's why a lot of you still have daffodils in full bloom. Forsythia is in full bloom still in a lot of areas, which I know our snowbirds, they never get to see forsythia blooming because they usually come back, toward the end of April, and they haven't seen their forsythia bloom in years. But this year they're coming back to seeing the forsythia in full bloom because it's blooming so late. And the cold snap that we had after it started to bloom held it in place, and it's still blooming and holding on there. So we're going to get to see that yellow, beautiful bloom, which in turn is also causing a lot of people to think that the soil temperatures must still be cool. So it's still okay to put your pre-emergence down. And we talked about this last week, and several people came in this week and said, but my lawn care company said it was still safe because the soil temperatures weren't that warm. Well, when the forsythia started to bloom, it is about soil temperature. Once the bud is out, it's about air temperature. So the air temperature being cool, but not cold enough to really lower the soil temperature. The soil temperatures were at that 50-degree mark where it was still, things were germinating. You can tell if you would put down a pre-emergent now for your dandelions, big waste of money. And if you're only spending money to put down pre-emergent only for crabgrass, it's really, I don't think, cost effective because you want it down to kill multiple things if you're using it at all. And the corn gluten meal organically is the same way. So you really want to watch how much money you're spending on pre-emergence this year, because if your lawn care company hasn't got your pre-emergent down already, it is a waste of your money to allow them to put it down, because the dandelions is all ready and the crabgrass has germinated. You might not see it yet, but it has germinated, and you don't want to waste your money doing that. save that money for flowers or vegetable plants or fruit trees, something. Don't waste your money putting a pre-emergent down. If you are a chemical person, do your weed and feed. And that's not what I'm recommending. I'm recommending an application of Milorganite and some Weed Beater FE to spot spray those broadleaf weeds. The crabgrass is probably going to be an issue for you, but there are some chemicals, if you want to use that, to just kill the crabgrass post-emergently, and you can go ahead and get rid of that if you can't live with that crabgrass. So don't forget the custom planters. We really want you to take advantage of this. It's a great opportunity to create or have us create something wonderful for your moms for Mother's Day. You can give us a call at 330-455-5997. Stop in at the store at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway in Nimishillen Township, or email me at Cindy Petiiti, CINDY PETITTI @gmail.com so we can get that going for you. And, this is just a great way. We have some really nice pots, but like I said, if your mom has a special pot that you would like to bring in, a custom planter, bring it into us and then we can get it planted up, or we will help you plant it up for your mom. And also don't forget about the fruit trees. The special we have going on those. Any fruit tree that you purchase, you will get a free bag of starter fertilizer. So that's going to be a great way to do that. So don't forget, we have wonderful gift certificates as well. So if you don't know what to get mom, a gift card is always great for your mom for Mother's Day, and then she can come in and pick out exactly what she wants. We only have 1 week till Mother's Day weekend, and that means that the store will be very, very busy this week. So make sure that you get a hold of us right away. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Sundays from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. We will have some additional hours on Mother's Day, and I'll remind you of that next Saturday so that you'll have some additional time to do some additional shopping. Well, we want to thank all of you for getting up early and being with us here on 95.9 The Light on Saturday mornings and taking advantage of this program to give you some information. Have a wonderful week, and remember, God is good.